Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is James Peng. I'm the founder and the CEO of Pony.ai. We are a company that's developing autonomous driving technology. From an outsider's perspective, the autonomous driving industry seems to be very exciting, mysterious, and full of hype. I think it has all the ingredients for one. First, the autonomous driving industry has huge market potential. It was deemed as the mother of all AI, and it has tons of very hard to understand technology. On top of that, there are so many companies come into the field with different sizes and expertise. As a result, it's very hard to separate fiction from fact. Today, of course, I'm not trying to demystify the whole industry, but rather I want to share with you some of the stories that happened during our 1.5 year journey into this space. Before I talk about the development and our technology, I'm trying to answer one of the most frequently asked questions on us. Where does the name come from? It was actually rooted during the very early days of our company. We quickly come up with our mission. We try to revolutionize the transportation system by building the safest and most reliable self-driving technology. So we wanted our name to be unique, memorable, and capture the scale of our mission. So then quickly, we narrowed down our name to Pony, which in fact you think is the earliest form of autonomous driving, because the horse driving carriage has, for the longest time, been the primary form of transportation. And then we come to the internal combustion engine, the automobile industry, and then now comes a very exciting era of smart vehicles. In fact, we also have a very secret hope when we come up with a name, because you really think when a pony grows, it becomes a horse, and then it complete grow, not growing in size, but we actually have a horn out of ourselves. And later on, we have 10 horns, we become a decacorn. So then once we come up with a name, it's really our journey into the company. The first milestone we try to hit is to come up with a solid prototype. And then that's how we went. For the first 6 months, we were busy working on all aspects of the prototype, including setting up a very scalable framework, developing mission-critical and high-performance operating system. We set up all the sensors, we modified the vehicle, including put all the screws into the vehicle. And then it was literally Pony hits the road. In the June last year, we obtained the autonomous driving testing permit in California. And then we started road testing autonomously on the open roads in California. Once we start testing in the suburban and semi-urban environment in California for several months, we wanted to expand our fleet and also being able to drive in more complex environments. That's the time why we decided to come to China. Actually, the decision to come to China is very natural for us. I think there are several dynamics that makes the Chinese market very attractive to us. First and foremost, it's the scale of the market. China has already become the largest global vehicle market, surpassing US in the last several years. In addition to the market size, we also see the trend of electrification growing very rapidly. In addition, we see the regulation has been supporting the future of mobility at all levels of the government, all the way from central government, provincial government, and municipal governments, all come up with regulations and testing facilities in supporting autonomous driving. Also, we found that the consumer support or the consumer sentiments towards autonomous driving is very accommodating. On top of that, of course, what we want currently, autonomous driving industry is still a talent game. China definitely has a very large talent pool that for us to draw. Of course, driving in China's environment also poses great challenge. I think the challenge comes with a very complex urban scenarios. The roads in China are definitely more congested and more unpredictable compared with the suburban and urban environment in California. In addition, the pedestrians and also the driver's behavior at times are very highly unpredictable and challenging. This is just a few examples of the scenarios that we encounter daily when we're testing in China. On the left-hand side, we see motorcyclists driving in the reverse side of the road. On the right-hand side, we see a motorist that bluntly just cross a red light where we will have the right of the way to trying to cross the road. So in fact, these two videos was happening just minutes away. So this is the kind of driving scenarios that we have to deal with day to day. The more challenging driving environment demands a more sophisticated system. So the more stringent requirements posted on our system require us to make our system even more efficient. We have to increase the efficiency of our system so that we can simultaneously keeping track of many, many more road agents. In addition, we need very high accuracy in terms of the object recognition, object classification, and also predicting and estimating the speed of all the moving objects. To solve the problem, to face the challenge, we come up with a system-wide solution that comes with three-pronged approach. We developed our own proprietary deeper and adaptive sensor fusion technology. We also used a much larger scale complex model to train our AI systems so that the accuracy of the system can be greatly improved. Also, we have a more powerful on-vehicle computing capability. After several months of testing, then we launched in February 2018 a small fleet in Guangzhou. Up to date, we have given over 1,000 rides in our vehicles, and we will greatly scale up our vehicles in the coming year. To bring this to life, let me share with you one of the videos, one of the road tests we did. We quickly make a right turn, and then we did a 3-lane consecutive change after this. Let me first orient the view to you. The top panel actually shows the road view with a camera mounted on the vehicle. Left-hand side is the camera that looking at the safety driver and the steering wheel, and the right-hand side is directly the sensor view. On top of this, you can see the day is very foggy with rain. And we recognize the red light, we stopped, and we try to make a left turn. Once we made the left turn, that's when the things gets a lot more interesting. In a period of 10-15 seconds, you'll see there's a bicyclist swerved into our lane, and then he stopped. So we slow down and try to bypass. At this same time, on the right-hand side lane, there's a big truck coming in. And then when we try to accelerate, there's a pedestrian just cross the road from nowhere. So this is the scenario that just in a 10 seconds, we were able to handle the complex driving situation. And then the next episode of our Pony journey was just happened 2 weeks ago. We became the first startup that obtained the highest level autonomous driving testing permit in Beijing. In fact, we were the second company that obtained the T3 level autonomous driving permit. The permitting application process arguably is the world's most comprehensive one. Our vehicles are required to drive more than 5,000 kilometers on the public road in the designated facility. In addition, we need to pass a driving test that is mimicking how the human passed a driving test. We have to pass many driving scenarios, such as roundabouts, U-turn, and whatnot. So because of our technology and because of our execution, we were able to finish all these requirements in 10 days. That's also a record in the application process. Finally, I'm very excited to be here to announce our latest funding round. This is actually the first time we announced this publicly. We just closed an A+ round of $102 million US. This made the total funding for Pony.ai so far to be more than 230 million. So really, this comes to the beginning of my talk, is we have the secret hope is that we grow a horn, and now you'll finally have the horn in view. This round was led by Clearview Partners and Fidelity. In addition, our existing investors, Sequoia and Morningside, decided to super pro rata in this round. With all the support of the investors, we will continue growing our technology, increase our fleet, and really make the autonomous driving a reality to all of you sooner than later. So to end, I think to reflect on the Pony journey so far, I think it's a very colorful, very steady steps that we took. And we do hope that this is the culture that we infuse into our company. And thank you very much.